Imagine boarding a flight, settling into your seat, and realizing something important is missing. Maybe your phone battery is dying and you can't access your boarding pass anymore. Maybe your passport is buried somewhere in your bag while the line behind you grows impatient. Or maybe you sit down only to discover the overhead bins are already full and your carry-on has nowhere to go. These small moments happen to travelers every single day, and most of them could have been avoided with a few simple habits before stepping onto the plane. Seasoned travelers know that the smoothest flights don't begin when the aircraft takes off. They begin long before boarding even starts. A few smart actions taken at the gate can save you stress, save you time, and sometimes even make your entire flight more comfortable. In this video, we're going to walk through 10 things smart passengers always do before boarding a flight. These are practical habits used by frequent flyers that can make a surprising difference in how smoothly your journey goes. Some of these tips are simple, others are small details that many travelers overlook, but together they can turn a chaotic boarding experience into a calm and organized start to your trip. Let's begin with one of the most important habits experienced travelers rely on. Check your boarding zone and timing. Before boarding even begins, smart travelers always check their boarding group or zone. Airlines rarely board passengers randomly. Most flights use boarding groups to keep the process organized and efficient, but many travelers make the mistake of ignoring this information until the last minute. Knowing your boarding zone ahead of time allows you to position yourself appropriately near the gate when boarding begins. If you are in an early boarding group, being nearby ensures you can board quickly and secure overhead bin space for your carry-on luggage. If your group boards later, there is no need to crowd the gate area unnecessarily. Instead, you can relax comfortably until your group is called. This small habit keeps the boarding area less chaotic and helps you avoid the stress of rushing forward at the last moment. Frequent flyers know that simply being aware of your boarding order can make the entire process smoother. Organize your travel documents. Another thing experienced travelers always do before boarding is organize their travel documents. Nothing slows down a boarding line faster than someone searching through their bag for their passport or boarding pass. Before boarding begins, smart passengers make sure these essentials are easily accessible. Whether your boarding pass is printed or stored on your phone, it should be ready before you reach the gate scanner. Your passport or identification should also be in a secure but accessible place. This simple step prevents delays and keeps the boarding process moving smoothly for everyone. More importantly, it helps you avoid unnecessary stress during those final moments before entering the aircraft. Double-check your seat and gate. Air travel can change quickly. Gates sometimes change, and occasionally seats are reassigned. Smart travelers take a moment before boarding begins to confirm that everything on their boarding pass is still correct. Checking the gate number, boarding time, and seat assignment ensures there are no surprises at the last minute. Airports are large and busy places, and announcements can sometimes be difficult to hear. By quickly reviewing your boarding information before joining the line, you avoid confusion and unnecessary rushing. This habit might seem small, but it can save you from missing important updates. Prepare your carry-on bag. One of the most overlooked steps before boarding a flight is preparing your carry-on bag properly. Once you step onto the plane, space becomes limited and movement becomes difficult. That's why experienced travelers prepare their bags before they reach the aircraft door. Take a moment to move the items you will need during the flight into an easily accessible pocket. Things like headphones, a book, snacks, or a phone charger should be ready to grab without unpacking your entire bag. This allows you to quickly store your carry-on in the overhead bin and sit down without holding up the aisle. Passengers behind you will appreciate it, and you will settle into your seat much faster. Use the restroom before boarding. This tip may sound obvious, but it is surprisingly important. Airplane restrooms are limited, and during the early stages of a flight, they are often unavailable while the aircraft is taxiing or climbing. Smart travelers take advantage of airport facilities before boarding begins. Using the restroom before boarding ensures you won't feel uncomfortable during those first stages of the flight when movement is restricted. It also reduces the need to leave your seat shortly after takeoff. It's a small habit, but it can make the beginning of your journey much more comfortable. Charge your devices. In today's world, many travelers rely heavily on their phones or tablets during flights. These devices store boarding passes, travel documents, entertainment, and communication tools. But airport charging stations can be crowded, and not every aircraft provides power outlets at every seat. That's why experienced travelers make sure their devices are charged before boarding begins. Even a quick top-up at the gate can ensure you have enough battery for the duration of your flight. Some travelers also carry a small portable charger for added security. Having power available means you can watch movies, read, listen to music, or stay connected without worrying about your battery running out mid-flight. Stay hydrated. Airplane cabins have very low humidity levels, which can cause dehydration during long flights. Smart passengers prepare for this by drinking water before boarding. Many travelers also refill a reusable water bottle at the airport before heading to the gate. Staying hydrated before and during your flight helps reduce fatigue and makes the journey more comfortable. It's a simple habit that can make a noticeable difference, especially on longer trips. Adjust your clothing. Temperature inside airplanes can vary significantly. Some cabins feel warm during boarding, but become cooler once the flight is underway. Experienced travelers prepare for this by wearing comfortable layers. A light jacket, sweater, or scarf can help you stay comfortable if the cabin becomes chilly. Choosing comfortable clothing also makes it easier to sit for extended periods without discomfort. Preparing your outfit before boarding helps ensure you remain comfortable throughout the flight. Be ready to board efficiently. When your boarding group is called, smart passengers approach the gate calmly and efficiently. They already have their boarding pass ready, their documents organized, and their carry-on bag prepared. This allows them to scan their pass quickly and move forward without delays. Efficient boarding benefits everyone on the aircraft. It reduces congestion in the aisle and helps the plane depart on time. Experienced travelers understand that small moments of preparation lead to smoother journeys for everyone. Take a moment to relax. Travel can sometimes feel rushed, especially in busy airports, but experienced travelers know the value of taking a moment to breathe before boarding. Once you step onto the aircraft, movement becomes limited, and the pace of the journey changes. Taking a moment to relax at the gate helps you begin the flight with a calm mindset. After all, travel is not just about reaching your destination. It's also about enjoying the journey along the way. Air travel doesn't have to feel stressful or chaotic. Often, the difference between a smooth flight and a frustrating one comes down to small habits before boarding even begins. By organizing your documents, preparing your carry-on, charging your devices, and paying attention to boarding procedures, you set yourself up for a far more comfortable experience. These simple steps are the reason frequent travelers often appear calm and prepared at the airport. They understand that preparation before boarding makes everything that follows much easier. If you found these tips helpful, consider subscribing to Journey Genius for more travel insights and smart strategies that make every journey smoother. And if you're a frequent flyer, feel free to share your own travel habits in the comments. Your tip might help another traveler have a better flight. Safe travels, and we'll see you in the next video.